Hey, it's Mo,
It's your girl JT.
Hey, Sade.
and you are now tuned into Decoded.
All right, guys. So, welcome to episode 24. Ladies, what are you guys sipping on?
I actually made effort to actually drink tea today, so I can just say I was drinking on something. So I made green tea.
Nice.
It has 0 calories, so it's right up my alley. So I'm actually really happy about that.
That's good. Well, I had a glass of rosé, so I don't even want to know the calories in that glass. My glass is done. I'm definitely gonna get a refill after the episode, but I have a bottle of water here that's just staring at me so I'm guilty, so I'll just probably have that throughout.
Okay. So,
Hmm.
I'm not.
I already know what you're gonna say.
So, I'm actually not really drinking right now, but I was drinking some spiced rum from. I started day drinking.
Must be nice.
I aspire to be like Shide.
I'm not even gonna say where I went after, but I started day drinking from about 1:00.
On a what day is today? On a weekday?
I love to see it. I love to see it.
Yo, my life is different then. The day drinking for me is like like having 2 coffees in a day. Like that's as exciting as it gets.
Wow, sis said day drinking is 2 coffees a day. Did you guys take it in?
Like
She considers 2 coffees day drinking.
Yo,
It's
like
so
that's
funny.
that's as exciting as my day gets.
It's funny how we're all
week.
so different.
Yo,
like it's crazy.
If I want to get super exciting, I tell them to add a sugar and a cream. Usually it's just life is rough.
So this week I came across a statement from Zonique, T.I.'s daughter. She made us. She said in a quote, "Marriage is a bigger commitment than a child. Just because you got married doesn't mean you'll stay married." Tiny, her mother, also supported this statement. So, guys, what do you think about what Zonique said? Do you think marriage is a bigger commitment than a child?
This is hard.
It really is. It really is.
I want to go last.
You want to go last?
Okay. I'm still trying to figure out my answer. Marriage as a bigger commitment than a child.
To be honest,
I don't think so.
I personally think it's the other way around. I think a child is honestly a bigger commitment than marriage. You can't. Actually, you can, but that's just wrong. I was about to say you can't get away from a child.
Yeah.
You can't abandon a child, but some people do.
Well, okay, I don't like the either or of this question because I feel like both are equally important, both are equally valuable. But I think when it comes to the word commitment, it's like the thing about the child is that you made a decision to bring this child into this world. Sometimes the circumstances around that are like, mix up, not mix up, but like maybe you didn't, whatever. You ultimately made the decision and the child is here. So now this child, because you made that decision, automatically there's a commitment there that you have to. Actually, a lot of people don't commit to their children. So that's
as
I'm answering the question, I'm seeing like, yo, Mo, like that's a perfect world. There's bare people out here not claiming children.
I don't know. This is a very sticky one to answer because I feel like we can't really answer it because first of all, we're in neither situations for all of us here.
Hey, speak for yourself. But you know what I like. Listen,
let me pull up.
How do you know I didn't meet someone at Tim Hortons?
So wait, so that means either you got married or you had a child since the last 48 hours I've seen you. Which one is it?
I'm working on both.
Okay, so let me speak for myself then. You're right, because I always tell you guys to speak for yourself. You're right. So let me speak for myself. Let me practice what I preach. It's a tough one because like I said, I'm not in neither of those positions, but I can only speak from what I've seen. So I feel like seeing 3 generations of marriage, actually 4, actually. So all my siblings are married, including my parents. My parents been married for 34 years. I can say it seems like marriage is, from what I've seen, and then from what I've seen from, I don't know, people having kids, I don't know, I feel like marriage is literally something you have to keep working on every day, literally, to maintain your marriage. You know? Not saying obviously a whole human life is not more responsible, obviously, but like I like the point you guys pointed out. You can't really get away from a child. That child's with you until the day you die or the child dies.
Can I read a definition of commitment to help us?
Yeah.
So thank you, Google. Webster Dictionary, Okay. Commitment is the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause or activity, or in this case, a person. Yeah. So
wait,
yeah.
let me pull up my answer. Forget what I said before, guys.
Okay, let me go again.
People are not even
no, you know what? Kids are a bigger commitment. I think that's what I was trying to say. Sorry,
Wow.
confused. No, kids are a bigger commitment in my head than marriage, because you can't get away from a kid. That's what I was trying to say. What the heck was I talking about before you guys kicked me off this thing? No.
The quality of being dedicated to a cause. I feel like you have to be dedicated to a child to a next level.
Exactly.
Because a child literally has no sense of purpose, no sense of guidance if you have not dedicated yourself to that
exactly
cause. Whereas your partner has already lived their whole big life without you.
Exactly.
So although you need to be committed for the sake of the marriage, that person's life can still go on without your commitment.
Exactly.
That's my answer. Thank you, Google.
Yeah, I agree with you. That is my answer too. Yes, a child is much more of a bigger commitment than marriage.
There's a lot of parents though who are doing it very well on their own, and I'm not saying that that's the best way to go, but I just have to recognize the fact that there are a lot of parents who are doing it well on their own. And to be honest, sometimes, like, yeah, you'll have 2 parents there, but like, you don't know what that relationship could be like. Sometimes the relationship is so toxic to the point where the child might even be better without that 2-person, you know what I'm saying?
But I feel like when it's a marriage and you guys have a child together, you will fight for it more. And I feel like, no, because okay, when you guys are co-parenting and you guys are just mother and, baby mother, baby father, it's easier for you to leave and be like, I'm just going to watch my kid, on the weekend or whenever it is, or whenever, I don't know, the court grants me to. I just feel like you'll fight for a little bit more harder if you guys just made a commitment before God. That's just my opinion.
I agree to a certain extent, but a lot of people have made a commitment, and in the moment their commitment was before God, and they took the steps that they needed to take in order for them to like solidify whatever it was. But however, when you're in it, a lot of people are married on paper, and if you go into their house, they're
facts,
separate side of a house. Like
facts.
One person come upstairs and the next person go downstairs. So
facts.
We have to be careful that we're not like yes, marriage. I think society has. And don't get me wrong, if you know me, you know I'm a marriage type of person, but I'm just trying to see it in the opposite, in another way, where it's like a lot of people are married, but I don't know what the decision was, or things get rocky and they're living like they aren't. So can we really say that to be you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then I feel like once they reach to that point, that's when it's fine. Like a lot of people don't believe in like separation or whatever, but it's like at that point, what's the point if you guys aren't happy together? And what's the point of raising someone in that state,
But you know what? Some couples actually stay together just for, even though they're unhappy and things aren't working and they have kids, they stay together solely just so the kid can have a 2-parent household and to have both parents there rather than one parent in the house and the other parent outside of the house. Because even like some of our parents or our parents' parent grew up in a single parent household and they didn't want that for their child.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't want that because I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak on it, but like, I feel like you work harder to give your child
what you didn't have,
especially when you're your parent by yourself, because you don't want your child to feel like they're missing out on anything. So I feel like as a single parent, you fight so hard just to give your child your all. And I feel like one person shouldn't be doing one of the 2-person job when there's 2 people who made that kid. It's just, it never sits right with me. I just feel like, we takes 2 to tangle. You have to be as present as much as I am, at least. Yes, you can pay your child support You can see your child on the weekends, but I feel like it literally needs to be equal, not more than the other. Obviously, a child's going to be closer to their mom, obviously with the bond, the breastfeed, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Hey, a lot of people tell you the mom should be closer to the child, but I just feel like it should be equal. That's just me.
Me and my mom are very
don't throw tomatoes at me.
Me and my mom are very similar. We're very close. My mom's my best friend. We're very close, but we're very similar. That I might be closer to my dad because genuinely, if I'm around my mom for too long, it's not a good day. Like it won't end well. Just when you came to my house the other day, you already know. So, like it's a thing where we're just our personalities are so similar that it does it. Yeah, you would think we would be closer, but yeah.
Okay.
What did who told Zonique to say these kind of things on?
But teach their own. I guess the situation changes. I'm gonna end up by saying the situation probably changes unless if you're not in it. I guess because I'm not in it, I don't know. But if you're not in it, you don't know. You literally have to be in it for you to be like, you know what? This is probably more of a responsibility than I thought it was. So whatever you're doing out there, kudos to you. I respect anyone who's doing it.
This makes me think of like women and like the kind of conversations that we constantly have around like, look at this, marriage or child. Dog, what happens in your life if you're not in either of those situations?
It's true.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like as women, there's
more. There's more to us.
It's annoying. It's actually annoying. Maybe it's annoying because it's like, why is this a conversation, to be honest?
You.
Like how come nobody never asked me how committed are you to your growth right now?
Exactly.
How committed are you to your well-being right now? People want to ask me, how committed are you to finding a person? How committed are you to having a child? Dog, what about what I'm doing for me? Huh?
It's so weird. I really kind of want to dig deeper into that. Like, what is it that society associates women with? Like, why? Okay, I get it. We're the child bearers. We're the ones who bring life into this world. But why is it that's the first question when we see a young woman in her prime? When are you having a child or when are you getting married? What is it?
Even today, I was listening to the radio and like, the stupid thing, I had to just turn it off, and then my car's making bare noise, so then I heard the noise of the car, I was stressed. But basically the commercial, like, it was just about the most random thing. It's like, okay, you've graduated school, you found your job, you just got married, and now you had your first child, and now you need insurance. I don't know if maybe it was insurance, but I just feel like, stop with this friggin' narrative. Like, stop it right now. Like, life is not like that for everyone. And I just feel like in every corner, maybe I'm bitter or maybe a lot of people feel this way, but in every corner, it's that conversation. And it needs to go a little bit deeper, especially because we're in the friggin' pandemic, dog. Just be, like, not everything needs to be that conversation all the time.
So I guess it's fair to say that we all agree that I guess children are a bigger commitment than marriage.
I can't answer the question because I'm not in it, and I just feel like, I'm tired of. I know we had to have the conversation because it's a topic this week, but I just want to get people thinking deeper. Because the either or is not it.
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to the next topic. So there was a CNN study that was circulating around the internet. And it stated that Black women with natural hairstyles are less likely to get job interviews than white or Black women with straightened hairstyles. We've touched on hair in the workplace before, but let's get to the root of this and why hair is still a topic of discussion within the workplace. So let me ask you guys a question just to start off. Have you guys ever went to a job interview with your natural hair? Like 100% your own natural hair?
For me, my latest interview I had for this job, I had my passion twist. And I remember leading up to that interview, I was telling myself, you have to go this passion twist and put on your corporate wig. But I didn't do it. I was fed up. I was at a point where I'm like, I don't care. Like, it's either going to hire for me or not. Like, I don't care. I'm coming in as how I'm coming. I went, interview went well. I got the job. So it's tough. It's tough that I have to think of these stuff prior to an interview, that I have to change my hairstyle. So, that doesn't kind of limit my chances of me getting a job in a sense. But it also goes back to when you actually get the job. having to deal with everyone once you do change, I don't know, to a natural hairstyle or let your hair out, you know, like.
What about you? What about you?
Back
Shade?
to this hairstyle thing.
I've actually been to a job interview with my natural hair before. And it's so funny how things worked out that day, because I got a phone call and they wanted me to come in for the interview, and I couldn't. My mom does hair, but I couldn't even get no appointment or nothing to get my hair done. Like, let me just rock my own hair. Went to the interview, pulled up, and the lady that was interviewing me, she was a Black woman. And when I saw her face, I was like, I felt a sense of relief. I felt like I wasn't going to be judged. I felt like we were able to somewhat relate even before I sat down and she opened her mouth. So when during the interview, like, she was really cool, and she actually said to me after it was done, she's like, honestly, she's like, kudos to you for actually coming in with your hair like that. It's beautiful. And I got called back even before I left the parking lot.
Wow. But I love that you brought up that
Super
experience, because to answer this question, I think the reason why we are still facing it is because there's not enough Black women in positions of power within corporations. And like, dog, how often does that happen, where you're in an interview and the person interviewing not only gives you the job, but speaks to your beauty as a Black woman, speaks to the confidence that must have taken. That can only happen when you're dealing with someone who looks like you, someone who understands you. There's not enough Black women in interview spaces. Like, there's not enough of us there. And I think that's why we feel like we have to constantly conform to, like, okay, what will this middle-aged white man want to see me in? What will make this middle-aged white man more like interested in what I have to say, what I have to offer? For me, I find myself like really shifting my hair and my style and my clothing based on, because I'm young. For me in my field, I'm like young, like working with clients way older than me, working with colleagues way older than me. So it's a thing where I am every single day. Like this morning, like, I changed my hairstyle. I said, Mom, does this part, like, if I put it up like this, do I look super young? Because it's one thing to be Black, but it's also another thing to be Black and to be young in these settings, because people don't take you seriously.
Yeah, they don't.
I bought glasses the other day, and like, not like, I literally bought them because I wanted something that would make me look older. You know what I'm saying? So we really have to struggle with our identity in these places. But I've just decided, this is who I am. I love, like you said, JT, like, dog, this is who I am. Like, you're gonna like me for it. If you don't like me, it's not the right place for me, to be honest. Easier said than done when you need the paycheck. But
yeah, that is true. But there has been jobs where I went to the interview with, like, as JT said, my corporate wig, and then after I get the job, I'm pulling up in my natural hair. I'm pulling up in my natural hair.
Facts. Hair's changing
my
up.
new job, the way I've been changing my hair every single week, like, for fun. And it is what it is, because the thing is, same way, Shade, that the interviewer was able to kind of recognize that you came in your hair, I try to think of, like, the Black girls that will come into my space and respect the fact that they're seeing someone that looks like them. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, now that I am in this position of somewhat power, what am I doing to take up the space properly? You feel me? Yeah, so I think it's about resistance, you know what I'm saying? But, like, we're knowing why we're doing it, and, like, who we're out here doing that for.
But, like, even aside from even just, like, the interview, like, the beginning stages of getting the job, like, I've been at my current job for, like, 3.5 years now, and within 1 week, I changed up my hairstyle 3 times. So I had an old style, took it out, wore my natural hair, I washed it, and the next day I, like, kind of curled it up a little bit. I went into work, and someone walked in and was like, whoa. I'm like, what do you mean, whoa? I'm like, what's that reaction for? They're like, your hair, it was long and nice. And after, when I tell you my face has no manners.
They said that?
They're like, it was long and nice. And I'm like, my natural hair ain't long and nice. So I know you're talking about the weave that I had it before.
Wow.
And after, once they saw my face, they knew to switch up their words and to come correct. So I'm like, so what's wrong with the current hair that I have right now, which was my own hair in like, it was curled up, but it was kind of like in a bun. So they're like, oh, no, it's nice, but you kind of have to give me a heads up because it was a major shock.
What? Who are you to give heads up? Should I text you in the morning and tell you what kind of coffee I want same time? Listen.
When I tell you, I'm like, I had nothing else to say. My face said it all. The person just made a U-turn, just walked out the office.
You know what? I'm just tired of people thinking they have so much rights to speak about Black bodies. Like, dog, what do you mean? Like, you give me a heads up. It was nice and long. This is the thing. The most I'll do is say, "Hey, I like your dress. Hey, I like your shoes." Even sometimes I just don't comment because I just don't comment because what
Facts.
you're wearing, what you decide to put on in the morning, what you decide to do with your hair has nothing to do with what HR hired us to do.
Facts.
So it's like I just feel like a lot of these people are trying to be. There's a little bit
It's
too
true.
much friendliness in these spaces.
Like I see people come to work with shorts on mid-fall, close to winter. I don't make no comment. I just send a group text to my group chat. Like people need to really utilize their group chat instead of making their comments so like keep your comments to yourself. There's a lot of things I see I don't say in the workplace, you know? So I just feel like why do people feel so comfortable commenting on any change?
All right, guys. So, still on the topic of Black women.
Wait. I don't want to go further because I'm inspired by Google today, and I think these topics are very important. Okay, I want to give the definition of what a microaggression is. Okay, yeah, it's okay.
Oh, it's a lot.
Yeah. So microaggression is a term used for brief and commonplace daily verbal, behavioral, or environmental indignities, whether intentional or unintentional, that communicate hostile, derogatory, or negative, prejudicial slights and insults towards any group, particularly a culturally marginalized group. So I think we have to call it for what it is. You commenting on my hair in the workspace, indicating that you don't like it or that the other one was shorter and nicer and longer, dog, that's a microaggression. Leave that stuff out of the office, dog. Leave it. So I'm sorry to bring up the definitions, but sometimes I'm just like, people need to know, like, this is deeper than your opinion. Like we're in 2020. Google it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we can move on.
So still on the topic of Black women, Black women have proven to be the fastest growing entrepreneurials in the world. Atria Lyons just announced that she will be opening a do-rag store on Melrose Avenue. So that is huge because Melrose is not only a space for Gucci and Louis. A Black girl opening a do-rag store on Melrose.
I love it.
You guys understand that's for the culture. Like, and white people associate Melrose with like, you know, high-end brands. And it's not saying do-rags aren't high-end. Of course they are. Do-rags, you know what do-rags do for the hair? I'm gonna get since we're on the Google and I'm gonna need you guys to Google before and after images of do-rags, okay, coming on and off. Okay. Like you guys need to understand what we're doing. This is for the culture. The culture is on Melrose, okay? They don't understand. This is something that they'll walk in and not understand. Literally, because they like to culture appropriate. They won't understand.
Yo,
like, what is this for? Is this like a wrap for my bag?
As a no. When you know, they might make their own use of it.
I'm dead.
You'll see do-rag. So you know, I actually don't know if I want it on Melrose because they're gonna take it and mess it up, man.
They're gonna gentrify do-rags.
Trust me, I'm dead. I am dead.
So for those who don't know, do-rags are actually also used as they're actually called wave caps as well. They're typically worn to, I guess, develop waves, also to protect braids and dreadlocks, and I guess in typically Black people's hair. And a lot of people do wear them while they're sleeping or even just lounging around. Like if you're just in the house, you're not really going out, and you want to preserve your hairstyle, just keep your do-rag on during the day.
I have a question for the do-rag wearers while we're on this topic. Has anyone figured out how to prevent the line from inside the forehead? Like, is there a way to prevent that? Like, have the guys mastered that step yet? Because I don't know how to not have a line and crease in my head.
I have that issue with my head tie still.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Have we what should we put? Should we put a Band-Aid and then do-rag? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing to prevent the lines?
clearly these lines bother you. First the face shields, now these do-rags. Like, yo, you have to put the do-rag on super tight so you know it can marinate the waves. There's levels to this, there's levels.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to black people. We're just
Who,
amazing,
yeah,
man.
what's the
I
girl?
just
I don't remember her name, but yo, honestly, I rate any black woman right now who is finding the courage and the strength, like despite everything that's going on, to open a business, you know what I'm saying, to make money, to better yourself, to better your community. And the thing is, these things are not going to really be featured like on CNN, on major platforms, because they don't really care to share our stories. But that's why I love Decoded, because if it wasn't for this platform or Twitter, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people wouldn't be able to like kind of big up these accomplished whatever, you know,
accomplishments. But honestly, like as you said, like you're not going to see it on CNN or even major platforms, but that's okay, because the most important thing is like our own people supporting and even bigging up and even shedding the spotlight on these accomplishments of Black women.
Yeah.
And like as you said, like shout out to women starting their businesses, opening businesses. Like, you know how many lash techs and nail techs have submerged and came out of the woodworks even like before COVID and since COVID, their business are booming. And like I'm just so happy like these Black women are actually like, because a lot of Black women, they spend lots of money on their nails and even like their eyes. I'm so happy we're like able to keep this money circulating in our own city.
And you know what I want to do too? I want to encourage women to, yes, first of all, I want to say I'm not putting down anyone. I would never put down anyone who started something, but I want to encourage Black women to to open businesses that are not what you see. You know what I'm saying? Spend a little bit of time like exploring your passions, exploring who you are as a person. Dog, we can be nail techs and eyelash technicians, but we can also open do-rag stores. We can also open grocery stores. We can also invest in a coffee shop. We can, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I also want us to branch out. Now that we've made a name for ourselves as like the #1 entrepreneurs or whatever coming up, like let's take over all areas. You feel me? Like let's go over all areas.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that, but I also feel like sometimes you have to start somewhere, and I feel like most of these are like startup companies. You don't know what that lash tech, starting that lash business, will bring you. You don't know opportunity to open you a bigger salon so that you're becoming investors for many other people. I don't feel like we're just in a bubble, but I don't care what people open. I don't feel like if you like beauty, first of all, the beauty industry is a multi-million industry, and most of the people who were banking off were non-Black people, and most of the consumers were Black people giving these non-Black people money. So I'm happy more than ever Black girls are taking off, especially the nail tech industry. I don't care what it is. You guys stay in the beauty. I don't care. Stay in the beauty industry, because you know how much money these girls are making, especially off of tips alone. It's not easy. Because I think a lot of people look at the beauty industry as something like, oh, you just take a class and no, there's a lot that goes into it, because you're working with people's skin, you're working with people's eyes, you're working with people's nails, cuticles. Like it's more than people think. It's a lot. And taking how much girls we change our eyelashes frequently. So I've done my eyelashes recently, and now it's time for me to do a refill. So now I'm going to holler at this girl again, and she's also going to make money again for a set that she just did for me. Like, you have to take it in. Their money's coming in frequently. Like, so me doing my lashes 3 weeks ago, now there's another girl she did 3 weeks ago that's coming back. She's getting that income like nothing. So the beauty industry, it's something that's reoccurring. It's not like something you purchase once and you don't come back. No. It's a reoccurring money. So they make a lot of money. Why do you think these people are buying houses, cars, investments? So you're seeing the beauty aspect or the nail tech or the eye. You're just seeing the front, but you don't know behind what she's investing and doing.
Beauty,
definitely beauty.
But I'm just saying, for me, who's not okay, I'm not like, compared to a lot of the people I'm around, I don't consume beauty as much as other people. Like I haven't done my nails in a very long time. I haven't done my lashes in years. Do you feel me? So I'm just saying, for other Black women who have not yet started, like for lash techs and nail techs, continue to do it, because I want you to make your money. But I'm saying for other Black women, consider other things. I would love to be able to go buy my coffee from a Black coffee shop in my area, run by, you know what I'm saying? Because that's something I consume in. So I'm just saying, I want us to take over other avenues as well as You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be either or.
True, valid point. But that lash tech could meet that person who's going to invest in their coffee shop by just doing her eyelashes,
and I hope
being for casual conversation. I feel like other businesses open other opportunities for you. There's a girl that used to do lashes. Now she's in real estate, has opened her own brokerage. And listening to her story, it was definitely just meeting a lady that she used to do her eyelashes. So it's like, you don't know which door is going to open another door for you. You just don't start off and be like, oh, I'm going to go open a coffee shop. You don't know. Someone is probably going to give you the idea, or one day you're on your way to whatever business it is, and maybe you're going to go get the coffee before you start your entrepreneurship. And you're like, oh shit, let me start my own coffee shop.
Yeah.
Stuff trigger other things. So I feel like, yes, Black people, we should explore more, but start with what you know.
But we know more. Sorry, I'm so sorry. But we do know more than lashes and nails. But that is what we're comfortable in. But I'm just saying, what else do you know? Like, what else do we know? Like, let's try what else we know. Like, I know a lot of Black women who read bare books. How come none of us have a library, dog? You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like we don't. Like, I feel like we don't look down on other races who are in the beauty community. Like, people don't say, like, okay, I see a lot of, like, young girls doing makeup and whatever. Why don't they explore other things? I feel like I
think that's how I start. I'm not putting down. I'm just saying I don't believe in, like, either or. I'm saying we need to do that and
more. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So for people who are in beauty, continue to do beauty. But if you are not into beauty, consider other things that you're also passionate about and get into that. For me, I'm not starting nothing with beauty because I know I'm not into it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, for other people, you feel free to do other things. So I'm not knocking the people who are doing what they're doing.
Ultimately, what it boils down to is just doing what you're passionate in, doing your research, and also finding some kind of niche. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. The niche part is important because you can't, like, even like you can say you want to start something, but if you don't have the audience for it, or if you're not in the community that will benefit from it, that will bring money towards it, like, is there really a point of starting that? That's big. Yeah, that's big still. I'm glad you said that niche part.
All right, so moving on, guys. So this week's no filter is it looks like it's your turn, Mo.
All right, so my no filter. So today I was at work and I'm like, yo, I'm hungry. And I bring my food. Like, I try to pack food so I can save money, so, trying to be responsible and thing. But today I'm like, yo, I want food. And I was actually very hungry and I was having a rough day. So I wanted something a little bit heavier. So I'm like, let me go see what the special is at the Jamaican restaurant. Okay. So I go in there and I'm like, yo, it'll be a good experience because I'm not asking for no extra oxtail gravy. So, it will be a blessed experience. So I didn't want the lunch special because it was curry chicken, and I don't like curry chicken like that in the middle of the day. Like, I have to see people. I can't be in the washroom all. So
don't kill me. Speaking of curry chicken, can we park for a second? I saw this girl eating roti with gloves on because she had her nails done. I'm assuming she probably had like white nails or French tip.
Do that, but knock off roti for the week, yo. Like, lock it off, man.
Yeah, I was about to ask my fellow, like, my friends Jamaicans, like, is this the right way to eat roti with gloves on?
Like,
so what? She can't eat it with like a fork and knife?
Your hand.
You have to use your hand.
Ugh.
You have to use the French manicure. Use some bleach and just wipe off your hand after.
No, but have you seen nails stained by curry?
Middle name. My middle name. But anyways, so the girl said curry chicken. I said, nah, sis, give me a small fried chicken, rice, and peas. How did they say $10 for a small size of food? So I was like, yo, how is fried chicken and rice and peas 10 something for a small? But I'm like, all right, it's okay, maybe I'll be able to eat some now and eat some later, like 2 for 1, like $5. So I just kind of did the math in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna make this worth my money, because then I was just thinking about, yo, if I went to Tim Hortons and got a bagel, it would have been $1.25, and I could have even got an iced coffee and be blessed. So then I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine, not trying to make too much conversation because already the vibes were different. So then the food comes to me and I'm like, oh, they weren't playing when they said small. Like, the container was ridiculously small.
Honestly, the containers
First of
bother
all,
me
everything
so
was
much.
coming out of the container, but that's a different story. I just want to talk about the pricing. Dog, it's $10 for chicken is crazy. You know how much chicken I could buy from the grocery store and fry in my air fryer?
At this point, that's why I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm making my
Nah,
own Jamaican
man.
food.
No,
Pull up at my house. I'll sell it
I
to you.
understand we're trying to make money, but I just need someone to really come in the comments and let me know in what world does fried chicken and rice and peas, the way I was eating every single rice grain just to get the $10 worth of money, yo. Just to get the $10 worth of money. But that's my no filter. We gotta work on the pricing, or maybe I just need to work on my selection of food. You know what I'm saying?
So are we gonna just skip the fact that oxtail prices is something that
We're not even
I'm
gonna
scared to touch?
oxtail prices because that's just ridiculous. Not only oxtail prices, but people are charging for oxtail gravy.
Okay, that's when I'm
Maybe
gonna have
in
an issue.
2021 that won't be a thing.
No, it's becoming a thing in 2020, and they're just gonna go overboard in 2021. Places have already started to charge like 50 cents or $1 for oxtail gravy.
But you know what? Let's park here, because when you go to certain, like, no, let's be real. If you go to another store and you ask for extra sweet and sour sauce, I remember when I was in England and I wanted extra sweet and sour sauce, I had to pay 25p. So if the Jamaican people want to pay 50 cents for oxtail gravy, why are they not allowed to do that?
But my thing is, if you're buying like extra plum sauce or sweet and sour or barbecue sauce, it's packaged and they have to buy it. So it's obviously going to be an extra fee, which they have to make profit from. Oxtail gravy, which the oxtail cooks in, which they're going to dash wet in the freaking sink. Why are you charging $1 for gravy you're going to throw away? It's water. It's essentially water.
I'm dead. I think they just get too many requests for it.
That's it.
They get too many requests, but you just have listen. You don't have to stretch gravy. Add some more water, some more salt, and little flour, and stir up the pot.
Honestly, I'm just someone that likes like extra like sauce like on anything I'm eating. Like I say when my like rice is dry and like I just feel like it's not coated evenly. So if I'm just asking for extra, it's just why do I feel intimidated asking for extra?
Life.
Like
if you don't like it, make your own gravy, yo.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what I don't feel. Either we work on the prices, or I, as an individual, I just can't do it still, because $10 for a lunch is a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot still. It's a lot. But I'm still gonna be there and stand in line and ask for it. I'm gonna get it. Then I'm gonna complain when I get in the car.
All right.
But I guess you're paying for like quality over quantity, because the food tastes nice. Facts. I can't lie.
Because at the end of the day, I still come back to the Jamaican spots. Where did we go last time and didn't even season the sauce? I'm not even gonna. Let's not even.
But you know what it is? It's the quality of the food. It's good food. Like, it's good. You're getting good quality food. I think I was just like in a little bit of a rut today. Why I'm mad at $10, but don't judge me.
All right, guys. So moving on to this week, she's got the code. So this week, she's got the code goes to Dahlia DJ Rosegold Palmer, who is a DJ, creative, and entrepreneur, all-around girl boss. She is founder of media agency House of Milo, which is responsible for hosting creative events and projects such as Jadena Pop-Up in Toronto in 2019 and Jetson Made Meet and Greet. Dahlia has recently gained recognition for her DJ skills after being selected to play at Barack Obama's The Future of Work and the New Economy brunch at the Metro Toronto Convention Center in January of 2020. Since the economic slowdown due to COVID-19, Dahlia's hustle did not stop, and she released a book to encourage entrepreneurs to reach their maximum potential called Think Like a Boss, and started a food business called The Hungry Gal, and sought to employ 4 to 5 young Black youth in the GTA. From dropping a beat to publishing a book, well as giving back to her community, it is clear that being a boss means being multifaceted. Congratulations, DJ Rosegold. You've got the code.
Wow. Yo, listening to that, like, she's well deserving. And like, I follow her on Instagram, and like, I was at the Barack Obama thing where she was the DJ, and in that moment I'm like, yo, like, they, like, you know, you just look at someone, you're like, yo, get it, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, you don't know the person,
Yeah.
but you're like, wow, like, good for you, girl. And like, just listening to all the things that you just said, and like, seeing like the book Hungry Gal, like DJing, like, that's what I'm saying, like, let's take over it all areas. You feel me? Like, it's just beautiful to watch. It's beautiful to watch.
And on another thing to touch upon, her food business, Hungry Gal. I believe I was reading something the other day, and she said that the proceeds, actually she does not pocket it. Actually donates it to another nonprofit organization. So she donates. Yeah, it's really
That's
really
super
dope. Like,
dope.
I'm so like inspired by her that she's
Wow.
actually able to donate the money to another nonprofit organization, and for the simple fact that she's able to employ 4 to 5 young Black youth in the GTA, because with COVID and everything, a lot of young kids who wanted a summer
Mm-hmm.
job didn't get the opportunity to get that job. So for the fact that
Right.
she's able to even
Right.
allow them to get that for a couple of weeks or even a month, that is like kudos to her.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. That's super
And
dope.
it's
That's
deeper
super
than the
dope.
money, and it's deeper than it's deeper. It's about representation, and it's about these young, like, these youth being able to look at someone that looks like them, and they're like, I want to, you know what I'm saying, you don't, we all had that person where we're like, yo, I want to do that when I grow up. And I just love to see local Black people winning, local Black women winning,
Mm-hmm.
because I want my cousin or people
Mm-hmm.
coming up to be able to be like, yo, I actually want to do that because she's doing that. Like, I love it. And
Facts.
even like, I don't
Facts.
know the age, you know what I'm saying, but even like woman to woman, like someone who might be around the age group, when you see girls winning around you who are from your community, you believe automatically that you can win too. So yeah, she's definitely got the code, and I'm happy she's local, because a lot of times we cover people who aren't, but to see someone winning from the city is amazing.
Definitely, she deserved the call. Definitely. I saw mostly. I heard of her from the Barack Obama DJ, and also because of the Hungry Gal. Like, it's all over Twitter, and I love her marketing. Her marketing is A1. She sticks like little stickers on her food that has like little Twitter quotes. Yeah, I love personal touches like that. I love stuff like that. I love that extra step. It's A1. Her marketing just sold me, and the food looks
The chicken
bomb.
ones look nice.
The chicken looks fire still.
You know how I feel about the chicken wings, man.
And the name Hungry Gal it's amazing. The whole marketing, I love it. Like, shout out to you. You definitely got the code. I love the marketing aspect of it. Everything actually, but I just love little touches like that. It's definitely something like, you know, younger people we would do. So I love it.
All right,
shout out to
so
you.
thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to follow us on Instagram at This Is Decoded. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud, and also YouTube. Just type in DCODED. Also, we love to interact with you, and feel free to slide in the DMs. Email us at contactdecoded@gmail.com.
Bye.